all sorts of dragonflies as well. I mean, there's like hundreds of them.
So I don't know how far down this in elevation we're actually going, but it's pretty deep. And technically this hump right here that we're coming up to is actually quite large, which is why we definitely suggest a 4x4 if you plan on coming down here. Definitely wouldn't come in a car.
No. I mean, as you can see, just how steep it is.
When we get down to the bottom here, we'll have you show them how high this hill is that we're going down. It might be kind of hard to judge it. But it definitely came down quite a bit. Pretty steep.
Yeah.
Again, it might be hard to judge it, but that's probably I'm guessing maybe a 30 or a 40 foot drop. Guesstimate. Don't hold me to it.
I mean, and you can just see absolutely how beautiful this place is. You know, even on this road, I guess, it's absolutely gorgeous.
If we look over to the right, there's a pretty big pond in there. Might be kind of hard to see.
See, there's a pond.
We're running about 10 miles an hour down this hill right now. And of course we continue to go down. It's like a little trail going down in there. We might have to go explore that.
You got all kinds of wildflowers too, just hanging out. See? Bam. Nice pretty little yellow ones.
And now we're starting to get out of the sunlight a little bit. It's still pretty early in the morning. Not exactly sure what time it is. Probably 9 o'clock or something like that. Fox Canyon, it gets a little darker. And there's some interesting changes going on in almost atmospheric. Right at this point here, it got a couple of degrees cooler, and it has a very unique smell. Kirsten and I were talking about that. It's almost like an ozone smell.
Yeah.
Which is pretty wild.
It smells really, really nice. Nice and fresh.
Played around with the idea of not bringing the Ranger, and we went back and forth on it a few times. Was it really going to be worth the effort of loading it, dragging it all the way to Arkansas? I gotta tell you, it was definitely worth the extra effort. So if you guys have a side-by-side or even a couple of quads, obviously they let you run them around here, which is pretty cool. And it's definitely worth it. This rock formation here is pretty cool.
Yeah, check that out.
We're starting to get down into the box canyon quite a bit more.
I mean, and there's a ton of different rock formations, and some of the rocks look like they could literally just tip right over. It's pretty cool.
All right, so we're coming down to this little hairpin turn here. This little switchback will bring us even deeper into the box canyon. And you can almost see the road that we just came down from here. And you can see it goes pretty high. So we continue to drop in elevation. Take a look here to the left. You can kind of see now that we're down at river level here. And we just paused this here for a second so y'all can take a look. But it's very tranquil through here. So peaceful, so quiet.
Spider webs.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of spider webs around.
Most of you don't know, but Jim and I are all about nature and just the serenity of it. But to me,
that is so cool.
This like really feels like home. I feel like I belong here.
Yeah, those are some amazing little rock formations.
I wouldn't say little.
Yeah, they're pretty big. But there's like these little, I don't want to call them caves, but there's definitely some deep indentation in those rocks. Enough for trees to be growing through, so
yes.
That's pretty good.
I mean, like you can see right there.
That's a cave straight up.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, there's some really deep ones to the right there. Those are all little caves back up in there. God, they are so cool. It's a shame that we're getting blocked by this vegetation. A pretty cool rock here. We're going to pause real quick here. out some more of this area.
Yeah, I mean, just absolutely stunning. And then down here, you can actually see between the rocks.
Yeah, it goes right down into that river running down there. Some pretty neat stuff. You can kind of see the sun right there as the very top edge of that box canyon. So we are really deep in here. I feel like I could stop like every 5 seconds just to show you guys.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. This is a great shot. I might just have to just jump out real fast and get a shot of that river. It's so cool. And we're about, I don't know, maybe 20 feet up right here. That is just amazing. It's like you can't go more than 5 feet without finding something else that's really, really cool. And I will say it's probably about 10 degrees cooler down here right now. There's that heavy smell of ozone again.
Yes.
It's really crazy. For those of you who don't know or have never experienced like an ozone machine, I don't know how to describe it. It's a very, very unique smell, but it's definitely...
Yeah, it's almost like a mixture of floral and woodsy. Maybe a little bit of pine.
God, that is a cool cave up there. Look at that thing.
Yep.
Oh, it's so cool. I wish the camera would pick that up better. There it is up there. But it's pretty amazing. You could get up there if you had a little bit of climbing skills. That's not that high. That's maybe just 10 feet, maybe 15 feet of a rock face right there to that little cave. There's your shots of the cave.
Yep.
Man, I didn't realize it was that. That's like all one big long cave up there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Now, if I was a younger man, I'd be scaling that rock face already, just to get up in there and see what was in there. What did we pick up here? Not sure what that is.
All I know is that it's a spider carrying some kind of bug.
Jeez. What do you know? We picked up a spider.
Oh, it looks like a fly. Spider carrying a fly.
That's awesome.
All the way across the greens.
So when we're out here, you know, I'm not a big fan of spiders and stuff like that. But I will say that when I'm out here in the wilderness, we try not to kill anything because we're just guests here. This is their home, not ours. So we always like to try to do that. Some beautiful wildflower. And we're going to roll right through here, I think, for a little while, because I know that if we keep stopping, then we'll never get to the end of the video. But there's another cave right there.
Yep.
God, everywhere you look, it's so amazing. So this is very interesting here. I'm going to shut the Ranger off here for a second. We've got two different streams that connect here at this point. And we'll show you the second one. But right up that stream there,
This one.
is where the 12-foot, 15-foot waterfall is. That is actually the Longbow.
That's a 30-foot waterfall.
Oh, is it a 30-foot?
Yes.
Okay. So that's where that is, and we have some pictures that I'll pop up right now. So I'm going to continue on.
Right. I mean, and mind you, like our cabin does have a waterfall. It's called Diana's Pool. We just have to go in and try and find it.
Yeah, I guess it's like a 15 or 20 minute hike up this particular trail. But so we got to right here and realized that this is where the cabin was. And you can just start to see those lights up in the distance.